Alright, number one, working on really getting those clean sound and pull offs. So, I think you knew this was coming. Talking about metronome, right way to do it. So, like, I get that it might seem like it takes a long time to go 60, 65, go up by the 5 beat per minute increments and all that stuff. Starting at 60 might seem slow and all this stuff. The whole purpose of it is to get your technique down, get your speed up as fast as possible in the shortest amount of time. So now there's going to be some stuff that we do where I recommend maintenance speeds. And that's usually if we were doing like, for example, some stuff I do with people, like eighth note rhythms, like strumming chords. You know, the maintenance speeds I tell everyone to do it bare minimum every day is the 60, 80, 100, 120. So we'll probably end up doing some stuff like that. I'm thinking we might need to do that with 16th note rhythms after the picking kind of got astray when you going from the just doing that versus the and then just doing the single note thing. So anyway, but for the most part, when it's a speed drill such as number one here and number two here, oh, that's not quite what I want. Hang on, there we go. These two things. So yeah, I'll put it this way. I don't know if we've talked about it, but Michelangelo Badio, the guy with the two guitar neck thing that he can do, and I remember he's talked about. I've heard him say more than once, like when he was learning how to do. Let's see, that particular arpeggio shape with those sets of fingers, which I absolutely suck at. But he talked about how he just played it slow 1,000 times. Like, and I believe he probably did do it like 1,000 times in a row before he even like bothered going faster with it or whatnot. It's these small, playing it slow, but doing the small repetitions, doing the small increments in speed allows you to get a lot of repetitions while working on the speed and the rhythm and the accuracy all at the same time. So definitely going to be having you every single week, starting with demonstration stuff, because if you can't play something dead on at a slow speed, it's not going to carry over well in the fast stuff. It's just going to make the fast stuff sound sloppy. So we got to make sure that you're always doing stuff as accurately as possible. So that being said, the task for you for both of these exercises, number one and number two, 60 beats a minute to start. If it doesn't sound dead on perfect, do not go faster. Do not go faster, because you're not doing yourself any favor, and you're kind of throwing the money away that you're giving me to help you here. And I don't want you to do that. I want you to learn and develop as a guitar player in the shortest amount of time possible. So just remember, every time you decide you're going to start at a higher pace than 60, every time you decide that for these speed drills, for any speed drill, anytime you decide to go up by 10s or 20s, you are making the choice to progress slower. Every time you hear something that doesn't sound right, every time you hear a mistake and you just continue on with the exercise, again, you are making a conscious choice to progress slower than you could. So, I don't know, I just really want you to understand that this stuff is so important. Shortcuts don't work. Shortcuts to getting faster are the complete opposite. It will make you take longer. It will absolutely make you take longer. So, even though it might be, having to check the ego and playing things way slower than you want to, it's the most effective route And I'm telling you, I'm not lying when I say I do this for myself. I will send you a link to a playlist of all these live streamed, or some of them live streamed. Basically, just me practicing. And you'll see that I do the same thing. I start at 60, I go up by fives, and if I'm really having a hard time with it, I will decrease the subdivisions by half. Sometimes I go up by 1 beat per minute increments. It really depends on how well I'm doing with something and how many times I've attempted something. So, yeah, going slower is usually a good idea when things are not going so well in an exercise. So, demonstration time. So, I definitely would rather you take your time with this stuff and not go very fast, but be very accurate. Accuracy first. Always first. Because if you don't have the accuracy, the fast stuff's never going to sound any good. So, here's what we have at the 60 beats a minute. Remember, watch your right hand. Make sure that it's not sitting on the bridge. Scooch it over there. Make sure that it's able to rest on these lower strings. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. This just made me think of something somebody once told me. Like, oh, I could go faster, but it's not clean. Well, technically, that means you can't go faster. Because if it doesn't sound accurate, it doesn't count. So, yeah, we're working on cleaning things up so we can move forward even further. Accuracy. The most impressive stuff that you hear in music is played accurately. Here we go. This is 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, I changed the time signature. Take 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 200. Oops. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't been hitting that last note this whole time. Ah! Oh, Lord. Alright, I'm running through them again. Criminally. Alright, 60 beats a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Alright, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $160. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Alright, and then same deal here. So, yep, just keep it clean. Accuracy, accuracy. And, yep, get her as fast as you can. Stick with the eighth notes. Just get the eighth notes up as fast as possible. Alright, 1, 2, 60 beats a minute. I'll do 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. $200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. $280. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 300. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think for you it'd be fantastic to work an eighth note thing up like this, up to 300, before moving over to the 16th notes, because, and that's why I was wanting to really, again, drill home the whole point of going up by the proper beat per minute increments when doing stuff like this. Because right now it's either kind of thinking of two things. Either you haven't been disciplined enough going up by fives, or you have been doing it all, and we just need to have you spend more time with the slower stuff and continue to push that up more and more and more. You just need those greater repetitions from the really slow up to the much faster. So this way you are more prepared and able to handle doing 16th notes at a quick speed. So yeah, that's kind of the two things I'm thinking of there. But if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Anything that pops up, any concerns, anything you have questions with at all, let me know. And I know you have the ability to do this stuff. Just really want to help you here. Yeah, I'll see you again Sunday.